Audience see this short extract of Inland Empire, you can imagine this is a crime story, but it's not exactly that in Inland Empire. You begin sort of a crime story or about Hollywood mysteries of Hollywood, but you completely go outside of this plot. How did you find this strange construction of this film?
It's the same process. It's ideas, and ideas that you fall in love with, ideas that come together and form a whole. And so they're like gifts, ideas, little gifts, like Christmas morning.
So the relationship with Poland in the film, just an allusion in the dialogue, and a part of the film was located in Poland. Why this relationship between Hollywood and Poland?
This is part of the story.
Yeah. But I thought you were in Poland before.
Yes, but that doesn't. I've been in lots of places, but that doesn't show up in the film. So this story holds Hollywood and things in Poland as well.
Okay. You discover digital camera, not discover, I don't know, but you use for the first time for a long feature film digital camera for Inland Empire, and at this time, 6 years ago, you were very enthusiastic about this new technique. Did you change your mind?
No, I'm totally sold on digital for lots and lots of reasons. I do think that celluloid is absolutely beautiful, and there's a lot of sadness seeing it go, but digital gets better and better every single day, and there's so much more control that one has. So it is the future, it is the present. As I was talking to you, the Camera Image Film Festival in Poland celebrates the directors of photography. And this year, there was not one projection of celluloid. It was all digital.
Did this new technique, digital camera, change your relationship with actor or actress, especially with Laura Dern, because she is amazing in the film?
Yeah, well, she would be amazing on film, not celluloid. But the thing is about digital, you have these longer takes. And so what I find is that you can come very, very close to the actors, and you can talk to them right in the middle of a thing and start again and talk and never worry about running out of film. You can just go deeper and deeper and deeper, and it's a very beautiful and so important to be able to do that. And going deeper and deeper, sometimes they'll catch something they could never have caught with a 10-minute, maximum time.
Maybe this is the time for the audience to ask you some questions. So,
Fantastic.
C'est l'heure pour vous de poser des questions si vous voulez, s'il y a des questions dans la salle.
There's a question here in a minute.
If it's in French, you can.
Bonjour Monsieur Lynch.
Bonjour.
J'aurais voulu connaître un peu quand
Attendez peut-être 2 secondes. Pardon. Monsieur Lynch prenne son casque.
J'aurais voulu connaître un peu quand vous étiez un jeune homme et que vous rêviez de cinéma, un peu vos cinéastes de chevet. Et j'aurais voulu savoir si par exemple l'œuvre de Todd Browning ou de Fricks vous avez influencé pour faire Éléphant. Ouais.
Nothing happening.
That's good.
We have a very good translator.
Yeah.
Gentlemen wishes to know who were your favorite directors when you were young, in your youth time. Who was the favorite directors of yours, which movies you are going to watch yourself, and also more specifically about one movie, Freaks by Todd Browning. Was it some kind of inspiration for you when you were preparing The Elephant Man?
I went to the cinema once, very, very rarely. I didn't have any love of cinema. I was not a cinema buff. I never made any cinema until I made my first short film in art school. I never saw Freaks. And I think the first filmmakers that I loved were Hitchcock and Bergman and Fellini and Kubrick. Ben.
Oui, bonjour. Bonjour.
Bonjour.
Bonjour. J'avais une question à vous poser. J'avais lu il y a quelques années de cela que vous aviez le projet de réaliser une adaptation de la Métamorphose de Kafka. J'avais lu ça. Je voulais savoir si c'était un projet qui avait bien été dans votre optique et si c'était toujours quelque chose que vous auriez la possibilité de faire.
I love this story, Metamorphosis by Franz Kafka, and I wrote a screenplay based on this book, but after all, I felt that it was better, I think, to leave it in Franz Kafka's great hands in a book form.
Mr. Lynch?
Yes.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes, where are you?
I'm here.
Where are you? Where is she? I know where you see.
I'm here. So it seems to me that there's always...
Raise your hand up. Oh, there you are. Okay.
It seems to me that there's always a shadow hovering over your characters and over the plots in your movies, and that your characters often live in deep solitude. So is it sensible to draw parallels between your characters, your plots, and Edward Hopper's characters and environment in his paintings?
Oh, that's very beautiful. I love Edward Hopper's paintings. There's something about them that makes people dream. There's this great loneliness, but somehow catches something that pulls us in and makes us dream. And I like the idea, like you say, it's kind of a poetic, a shadow over the characters. I like that sentence.
Hello, Mr. Lynch. I'm right here. I have two questions in one. I read once that you were very close to the character of Eraserhead, the main character in Eraserhead. So I wanted to ask you, one, if it was true, and two, how close are you from the characters in your films as a person?
I'm far away from the characters, but close to the actors. You get very close to people when you work with them like that. And Jack Nance, who played Henry Spencer in Eraserhead, first of all, Eraserhead took over 5 years to make. So Jack had to hold on for 5 years 4 or 5 years for his part to be finished. We became great friends, and I worked with Jack in pretty much every film. And Jack has since passed away, so I miss him so much. He's a great actor and a great human being, so much fun. So, yeah, I was very close to Jack.
Peut-être encore une dernière question, puis on va stopper, arrêter la rencontre. Alors, je ne sais pas, il y a plusieurs questions, il va falloir choisir arbitrairement. Il y a monsieur au premier rang qui avait essayé d'en poser une depuis un petit bout de temps, enfin bon, pas l'avantager en particulier, mais il lève la main depuis le début.
Hi, Mr. Lynch.
Hello.
How are you? I'd like to know, Camilla in Mulholland Drive is quite a weird person, of course. But when we watch at your movies, we can see that females are quite invested by something freak.
I can't hear you so well. Can you speak into the microphone?
Yeah. I'd like to know if we are watching all your movies, we can see that many of your female characters are invested by something weird or freaky, like Camilla in Mulholland Drive, which is really creepy. I'd like to know, do you think that, like we see in your characters, that we are our own monsters?
Well, that's an interesting thing. I think we all are, we all have a certain amount of torment inside, and when our desires aren't fulfilled, and you mix that with a little bit of torment, sometimes we can get into trouble.
Thank you.